variation on the Optimod, probably the 9100. I don't know all their models real well, but it's got the brown face on it. You've probably seen them in the edge meters. Instead of the swept meter, it's an edge meter. Although there is one large VU meter that's swept in the usual fashion. And the Optimod HF was used by a lot of the Voice of America installations overseas. I don't know if they were used here stateside, but I do know they were used in the country of Greece, because I saw an eBay listing for some of these processors, and the property sticker was still on there, VOA, and the seller was in Greece and actually said that they came out of an installation there, so that was pretty cool to see. And they've been fairly popular. I mean, it's 30-year-old technology. It's analog, but it's perfect for what we do here with that shaped sort of audio characteristic that allows very intensely modulated amplitude modulation and a shaped characteristic in such a way that there's not a whole lot of low end, and there's some pre-emphasis in the high end to overcome narrow passband of the typical shortwave listener. So the combination is just ideal. I find that when I check into the Sunday morning Florida AM net from Maryland, sometimes if the band is still long, folks can hear me better. They can hear one another there in Florida. It's pretty funny. I like telling a story about designating myself the intermittent anchor, which around this time of year when the sun's coming up and the net hasn't really started, I'll start taking call letters and saying hello to everybody in Florida. And by the time the sun gets a little higher in the sky, I've got a list worked up for the real anchor station. And the band will shorten up and he's ready to go. I just get the biggest kick out of that. It's like, well, let's go long distance for a regional net, right? But it works out pretty well. I haven't been on there in a while. I wanted to note the passing of a Florida AMer in Sebring, the town of Sebring, W3AM. Gary Blau was a broadcast engineer of some note in the industry, let alone being a prominent AMer in our community, our part of the hobby. And he passed away in, I guess, the first week or two of August, about a month and a half ago now. So his loss is missed. I used to run across him fairly regularly on the Florida AM net on Sunday morning. One of the folks I really look forward to talking with, because he understood a lot of the stuff that I'm using, and it sounds like you're familiar with there, Jeff. So back to you. Hopefully signals are holding up. I'll curtail my tendency to buzzard away here, just in case the band is going to fold up on us. We shall see. KE4EZ at Panama City, Florida, from WA3EVJ.
November 4. KB3RHR.
Yeah, very good.
Heard Craig in there.
As well. Good evening, you're a fan over here in Panama City Beach. Solid State transmitter. It's doing a great job. It's just doing a great job. And, yeah, I actually used, back in the 80s, I used to similar kind of remix, you know, Drum City and, Bar Nights, and using them, feeding them at, could have actually.
I was
for many years as broadcast engineer in Denver. San Francisco, Seattle. I spent most of my career on the West Coast. This year is like 50th year. Dad used to
Good morning, Jeff. Good to meet you, sir, today. Been listening to you and Paul there talking away. Interesting items and things. I love to listen. I love to hear about stuff like that. These old AM radios going. Good morning to you. The name is Joe Juliet Oscar Echo. We're located in central Georgia, approximately 100 miles south of Atlanta, Georgia. I've moved up here to 7291 with y'all. I hear some more slot bucket racket going on down there below us, below 7290, or maybe trying to be on 7290, I don't know. But anyway, nonetheless, good to hear you. And good morning to you there, Mr. Paul, WA3EVJ up in Maryland. You're just booming into central Georgia. I hear you much better. Jeff, you're making it okay here into central Georgia. I guess the band has done kind of stretched out. I believe Paul is a little further from central Georgia than you are there in Panama. into central Georgia, but I do hear you quite well, Jeff. I think you said you had the Globe King 350 or 300 or something like that. I didn't get all the numbers written down. I don't typically write that stuff down. If I can get a call and a name and a state or something like that written down, then I'm in pretty good shape. And that was Craig up in PA. I believe Paul knows him. KB3 Red Hot Radio up there in PA. So let me throw it up to him, and I guess they wanted you to hand it on to Paul there, Craig. So good morning to you, too. Good to hear you. KB3 Red Hot Radio to take it from the group here and Joe in Georgia. November 4, Radio X-Ray Victor.
Yeah, okay, Joe. Yeah, I don't know who's on the frequency, but I'm not hearing anybody but you. I could tell there were some weak carriers in there, but I wasn't sure who it was. But anyways, just checking in with you, man, letting you know I'm alive over here. So everything's okay. The big main transmitter's back up, so this is it. But then I hear Slop Bucket right on frequency too, so that's just even better. But anyways, good to hear you this evening, and I guess I'll stick in here and see if I can hear whoever else is in there. I'm not sure who's in there, but maybe you'll give me their call signs later. But anyways, just letting you know I'm alive. And good to hear you. November 4, Radio X-Ray Victor, KB3RHR.
Craig, I'm hearing you okay here at the map of KB3RHR. And N4 something. I don't know. Joe, do you just check in with N4? You don't read the whole call letter?
Well, I thought I had all of it, but November 4 Radio X-Ray Victor. I'm not sure how I didn't get the rest of that in. That usually follows in sync, but if I somehow chopped that off, I apologize. Real X-Ray Vision to help you remember Radio X-Ray Victor, but sorry about that. Paul, go ahead.
No, I got it on when you turned it over. Did you try to check in just using N4 or something else?
Oh, yeah, I probably did. It appears that that seems to work better. I realize sometimes that the full call is required, but when you're trying to break in, sometimes people get quick-fingered and they don't always hear anything but the first couple of letters or either the last three letters. So I've taken to doing that occasionally anyway, unless there are big, big holes in there between folks. When we usually get to running our mouth, we try to drag our feet, as it were. But y'all were pretty quick, and so I was just trying to throw something in there so you know we were out here listening. But sorry about that, Paul. Yeah, I did just say N4. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was a bootleg. Hey, that's why I ignored it.
Well, I apologize. I've heard that. I've heard that tactic, I guess you would say, use it. But yeah, that's okay. And I just left it. I left it at that because that, like I said, I've heard a lot of folks use that. I don't know that it's correct or incorrect per se, but since I'm not technically identifying, just trying to sometimes you hear people call break or I will say what's the popular term? Well, I can't think of it at the moment, but I've heard several folks, use a little one-letter indicator just to let other folks, somebody's listening also. But I try to always use the whole call there when I'm doing a formal ID. But anyway, enough of that jibber-jabber. Sorry, Paul, go ahead. I'm glad you can hear Craig out there. He's in PA, obviously, you know him. Craig, Jeff is down in Florida, so I don't know whether you were hearing him or not. But anyway, go ahead, Paul. I'm sorry. N4RXV.